You ever notice how South Africa's story of liberation always starts and ends with Nelson Mandela? Over here, anyway. Like the country only had one revolutionary worthy of remembering? That's not by accident. Because if you knew Robert Sobukwe, you'd know there was another man whose ideas scared the system even more. He didn't just challenge apartheid, he challenged the very logic of white rule itself. And that's why they erased him. Or tried to. Robert Sobukwe wasn't the kind of leader that you could control. He was a teacher, a lawyer, a scholar. The kind of man who could dismantle apartheid's lies with just words alone. In 1959, he broke away from the ANC and founded the Pan-Africanist Congress, or the PAC, because he believed that the struggle had been watered down. While others were negotiating equality within the system, Sobukwe said no. We don't want to share with our oppressors. We want our land back. He didn't preach integration, he preached liberation. And for that, he became one of the most dangerous men in South Africa. He wasn't radical, though. He was honest. In 1960, Sobukwe led a peaceful protest against pass laws, those papers that controlled where Black South Africans could walk, live, and work. He told his followers to leave their passes at home, walk to the police stations, and offer themselves up for arrest. He said, "We'll not rest until we're free in our own land." But the government responded with bullets. Police opened fire on unarmed protesters in Sharpeville, killing 69 people. Many of them shot in the back as they fled, and that massacre changed everything. It turned the world's eyes on South Africa, and it made Sobukwe the face of defiance. So they locked him away, not for what he did, but for what he could still do. And after his arrest, the apartheid government realized something. Sobukwe wasn't like other prisoners. He was too educated, too respectful, too influential. So they did something unprecedented. They wrote an entirely new law and called it the Sobukwe Clause, just to keep him locked up without trial. So think about that, because they wrote an entire law for one man. He served his full sentence, and then they extended it year after year. Without charge, without hearing, without justice. He spent 6 years in solitary confinement on Robben Island, cut off from every prisoner and forbidden to speak. His voice was treated like a weapon of mass destruction. And even then, they never broke him. When he was finally released in 1969, he was sick, isolated, and watched around the clock. They tried to silence him with surveillance and sickness, but his mind was still sharp. He opened a small law practice in Kimberley, defending Black South Africans who couldn't afford counsel. He died in 1978, denied medical care under house arrest. But his ideas didn't die with him. Africa for Africans, he said. Not out of hate, but because he believed that colonialism